Hello, welcome back to Diversified Teaching Channel. Today we're focusing on multiplication specifically with the linguistic verbal learning style. Many people also see this learning style as being able to have understanding in both audio and writing learning styles. For today's lesson plan, I thought it'd be fun to incorporate skip counting in the classroom. I absolutely love this lesson plan because it's suitable for different ages. We are also putting a twist on it as well. Being able to incorporate this learning style in the classroom in earlier ages reinforces the importance of knowing multiples. Depending on the age group, the teacher can make it more challenging or less challenging. Before going into the lesson demonstration, after examining many different articles on the ERIC website, many confirm the power of skip counting in the class. Starting skip counting at an early age starts the understanding of what multiplication is. As the class says, the different fact sets such as 2s or 10s, 2s being 2, 4, 6, 8. This is a great linguistic verbal example. The class is not only saying the math facts out loud themselves, but they are rehearing the numbers from everyone else. This is the start of students noticing patterns and different patterns in math and remembering the math facts by memory. A scholarly article stated how just in a few weeks a teacher used skip counting in her second grade class, and the study saw major improvements in students knowing multiples off the top of their heads. Going into the lesson, I first explained to my students that skip counting is the ability to count out loud as a whole class to a specific number sequence. I thought it'd be fun to incorporate a few fun twists that engage my students more. So I put a whole bunch of numbers, whole bunch of voices, and different movements inside this hat. As you can see, they're color-coded that show different categories for those different things. As a teacher, I get to choose how high the number we start with when counting down, or how high the number we would count to. For example, telling the students to count to 50 with the specific sequence. It's important for all my students to participate, which is why I also want to project the hundreds number grid onto my smartboard. Just in case if a student gets confused with the patterns of 4, they can use the grid as a resource. So for example, looking at the hat, pick out 2s, monster voice, and lastly, jumping jacks. So these are my 3 different categories that the class would complete, like the fact sequence to these. So again, I picked 2s, so using all those, the class would complete it. And to make it easier, you can take away one of those actions, or just do one of those actions, or 2. I love that this lesson is using linguistic verbal learning style, some visual with the grid being projected, and kinesthetic if we are doing movements such as jumping jacks, squats. This directly supports the driving question on how different learning styles impact student needs when learning math. Students need a variety in learning. This is a very basic thing to say, but many teachers get caught up in teaching lessons and forget the importance in diversity through lessons. Students love being able to stay engaged with school when the lesson is fun and exciting. If the lesson had no variety, with no difference in learning styles, students don't feel supported and get bored easily. Being able to support students' creativity and allow them to have fun through the lesson will keep their brains active and engaged through the learning outcome. This lesson also tries to keep everyone on the same track and understanding. Multiplication is a very hard concept for some students to grasp. Many students fall behind in understanding, so engaging students with this lesson and learning styles at an early age supports their development in understanding multiplication and patterns through skip counting. So that's about it. Thank you so much for watching. I appreciate it.